In today's uncertain climate, customer experience and customer service are becoming two very hot topics. In 2020, purchasers are empowered like never before, and delivering great customer experiences now can help businesses drive loyalty and revenue in the long run. What would you say should be the strategy that businesses should be taking to stay relevant?
Yeah, very nice. Actually, this era, which is called experience economy era, so there is different phases, right from the production economy, and now current economy is called experience economy. So experience, the customer experience is the only differentiator for the business, because the quality as far as concerned, customer services as far as concerned, is industry reached to a level. Beyond that, they can't do much. However, the experience is something which is very, very individualized, as well as that fits into the organization culture of the company. At the same time, it is a competitive age. You can differentiate from your similar product also from their competition with the experience you are offering to your customers. Actually, you talked about the loyalty. You can't buy loyalty with some brownie point.
Correct.
Loyalty is the outcome. You create an experience, not only one time, not in one touch point, rather in across the customer journey of a customer, right from prospecting to post purchase services. And then you get the ownership on the customer for lifetime. The customer became lifetime loyal for you. Not only that, I would go beyond. Now customer don't buy in a single channel. Even he comes and buy it from your store, he research in the Google, he see in the maybe in e-commerce. So you need to create same experience wherever customer go, what is called omni-channel. So across the channel, as well as across the journey, life journey of the customer, the full journey of the customer. So as a business, a strategy, when you are developing a service or a product, you must inbuild this into your strategy, that what are the touch point where you are going to engage your customer, and how you are going to elevate the wow factor, how you are going to improve the experience of customer at every individual touch points in the journey. That's why the businesses are aligning around customer experience now.
Customer experience is key to exceeding your customers' expectations. Brands have to be accurate, dependable, and provide the service they guaranteed. Tell us how Prakamiya is positioned in to offer the best-in-class CEM offerings.
We at Prakamiya are very experienced professionals. Most of us associates in Prakamiya has a 20 or 30 plus experience of industry experience in the healthcare, in the pharmaceutical or life science companies. We Prakamiya focus primarily at this moment, at least, the patient experience and the physician's experience, customer experience in healthcare and pharmaceutical industry. You know that in case of patient, when you or your family go to a hospital, it is not only technical skill of the doctor which makes you to decide whether you go in the same hospital again or not. Rather, your overall experience, right from the admission, and you talk with the other healthcare professionals like nurses, the billing section, and after when you are getting discharged, how the hospital and doctors are engaging with you. The whole experience counts. We help healthcare organizations to improve at each point of this experience within a hospital or with a healthcare professionals. And this way, the improvement of patient experience is happening. Consequently, patient want to refer it his family and friend to the same hospital. Same way for pharmaceutical company. Now for a pharmaceutical and lab science company, patient are not consuming the product only, they are interacting with the product, the brand. So how you can give a solution, how you can really make the uses of a product, pharmaceutical product, good with a good experience, that matters. Pharmaceutical companies, doctors are Doctors and healthcare professionals are the main client or the customer of the pharmaceutical company. The pharmaceutical company, have you built a voice of customer mechanism to listen your customers, physicians, and proactively solving their real need? That is making the difference in the industry. So Prakamya is a well thought plan. We do map the customer experience which is existing currently across the journey, and then we identify where are the peak, where are the trough, and what are the factor which is causing wow effect, and what are the factor and who are the people accountable for those to create some trough effect, tough experience. And we do help to the client to improve those tough area, so that the overall experience of a customer became always wow, always at peak. This is what we do. We also do service innovation. You know, healthcare and pharmaceutical is highly regulated industry. What is working elsewhere in other industry may not be possible in this industry because so much of regulations are there, right? We in pharmaceutical company or as well as healthcare industry professionals understand those dynamics and do service innovation. This service innovation is done based on the design thinking principle, a human centric approach, and we help to innovate as well as to implement those innovation product or service innovations uh, to our client for their patient and their physicians. This is how we work in Prakamya.
Give a succinct description of the CEM services Prakamiya offers.
Right. So let us talk about the pharmaceutical company's experience with the physicians. As I said, physicians or doctors are the main customer for any life science or pharmaceutical company. They want to serve them the best possible way. So what we do, specifically for the physician, we do some sort of research we call ethnography research to understand the hidden need of physician, more precisely the academic needs, the capability building, the continuing professional education building need of the physician. And here again, as I said, we do a medical anthropology, or we call ethnography, medical ethnography processes to understand the need of the physician, and we help our client, the pharmaceutical company, to develop medical education program which is serving better to the client's customer, that is physician. The medical education program, 5 years back, we have developed a program which become very hit. Why? Because simply we have taken consideration the real hidden need of the customer, the first point. Second point, what we did, we implemented at every touch point a superior experience for the healthcare professionals, and that made this program a super hit program, and it is running for more than 5 years now, continuously in more than 50 cities across the country. So we help our clients, life science companies, pharmaceutical companies, and healthcare organizations to design physician centric, doctor centric, patient centric education program. This is one example. Same way, patient education program, we do a study patients context, where how they use the patient education materials, or what kind of information they need, what kind of query they ask. Based on that, we help client to develop certain programs to improve the health awareness among the patient or the population. About the physician experiences, we also help our client to identify the right set of digital tool to deploy, so that they can make the omni-channel approach to reach out to their customer, and deploy right kind of metrics at every level to gauge the changes happening with each and every intervention, and then refine it as and when needed.
Designing a unique, memorable, and consistent customer experience has an invincible competitive edge. but that requires the CEM service provider to handhold the business through their journey. Tell us about your engagement with clients.
Very interesting questions you have asked actually. Everybody understand that customer experience is important. Everybody know that if customer is satisfied or happy, business will grow. Business will do better than the competition. But the problem is the mindset. The people, what we observe while consulting to pharmaceutical company and healthcare company is that they are too much obsessed with their product and their services. Uh, even though they know that customer experience is important, because of their obsession, they are not able to see that. So what is important here is that show them the mirror. What we do, we pick up any project or any campaign for that matter and map that customer experience for that project, for that campaign at different level, and show them. Then they appreciate it, and then they are willing to adopt the changes. So it is reflection we use to sensitize the client to appreciate that there is a lacuna, to know the in a broader sense and in a deeper way, know the lacuna, and then we handhold them not only for deploying the right set of metrics and technology, we also handhold them for the aligning across the organization. See, the sales, marketing, or the people facing the customer is not only accountable for customer experience. Actually, all the functions, somebody rightly said, there are only two types of employee in any organization. It is full-time marketer and part-time marketer. So the full-time marketer is clear, the sales and marketing team. Part-time marketers are those who are supporting like finance, HR, production, service, operation. They all should have been aligned for customer centricity and customer experience. So we help the organizations to create right kind of culture and align the different leadership level with the customer centricity, so that whatever you do to improve the customer experience go in sync with across the function, across the department, across the layer, and such companies get better ROI, better response from the intervention they do in customer experience.
Tell us about Prakamya's practices and achievements in the industry.
We are basically approaching two-way at the senior leadership level, because customer experience should happen at the CEO level. There has to be a organization philosophy, management philosophy to be customer centric. So it required the buy-in, or rather the champion. The CEO should be champion of customer experience. At the same time, execution happen at different level. So you can't overturn entire organization in a few months or few weeks. So what we do while we work at that senior level, we also work at a different department or a specific project, a specific campaign, or a specific product for that matter, and we deploy the patient experience, customer experience methodology, techniques, tools, metrics there, and show that to that department first, and parallel to the organization CEO and senior management, and show them that how the metrics are changing with which intervention. And this is what we saw that is made a big difference for the embrace for greater adoption of customer experience. Usually, by and large, pharmaceutical and healthcare used to be called as a very difficult to change, or very averse to change. But what happened in this COVID-19 scenario, I think no industry could change as much as the pharmaceutical industry changed. They adopted digital very fast. Same way doctors who were earlier very comfortable, or rather uncomfortable with the digital technology, now they are doing the telemedicine, right? They are practicing remotely with the patient. They are consulting patient using the digital. So thanks to COVID-19, it helped us actually to push through the patient experience and customer experience to get accepted much faster to leaders of pharmaceutical company as well as healthcare professionals. They accepted it very fast. This is how we have been doing in this industry.
What are your future endeavors for the firm? What more do you intend to add to Prakamya's portfolio?
Yeah, this is a very challenging questions, I would say. See, the customer experience itself is a new thing in India, in particularly in our country, in healthcare or in pharmaceutical life science industry. It is not recognized as a business strategy itself. So we are trying to at least show them the impact of this, and the impact is not only in the business, that the impact is in the life. If you improve the patient experience, the outcome, the health outcome of any disease treatment improves, and that's the very good to do. So what we are thinking about in future, to develop certain metrics, some tool to measure some sort of, to develop some sort of index for pharmaceutical company as well as for healthcare organizations, to measure and report the customer experience level so that patient can compare, and this will also give a motivation to healthcare professionals to work positively in improving the experience. At the same time, this will also give a motivation to healthcare organizations to work on improving customer experience in the hospital. This will help a pharmaceutical company to focus more on new product launches or existing products service innovation to improve the patient experience, and consequently this improves the adherence to the treatment regimen. And you know that in chronic therapy in particular, if the adherence is good, the health outcome, the overall benefit of healthcare services will improve phenomenally. So in Prakamya, we are a very young company, but we are very clear. We are working at improving the customer experience, patient experience in a right way, though it is slow to adopt. And now with post COVID-19, this becomes really interesting journey for us. Things are happening much faster than what was anticipated earlier. So we are also doing some international tie-up from across the different countries to bring the best thing what is happening in Europe and or Australia and US to India also, for the Indian pharmaceutical and lab science company, for the Indian healthcare organizations. And this is what is our vision to make customer experience and an accepted strategy in healthcare and pharmaceutical company. Thanks a lot.